Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with this week's edition of 90 Days in 900 Seconds. The Other Way, Season 5, Episode 15, Family Matters. If I was going to give this episode a grade, I would give it a solid B, solely because of Darling Hannah. And unlike Kimberly, I appreciate a traditional Indian wedding and all of the ceremonies that go along with it. So let's set 900 seconds on the timer and let's jump right into it, guys. So we're going to start off with Sarper and Shekinah. A hot mess express these two are. So Shekinah's sister is visiting her in Turkey, and you could tell she is not feeling Sarper from the minute she gets in the car. Okay. So she's like, "Hi, Sarper. How are you? Istanbul is a nice place. I didn't consider it to be so nice. I didn't expect it to be so nice." And Shekinah's really nervous because Sharaya is the critical sister. Okay. And Sarper, we all know he's a dickhead. All right. So they get to his apartment and he's making this traditional dish that his grandfather makes because he wants to impress Sharaya. So Sharaya's sitting at his table and she's like, why do you have all those empty alcohol bottles? And no, excuse me. She said, what's up with those alcohol bottles? And he's like, they're empty. Why do you have all those empty alcohol bottles? And he's like, well, there's a memory attached to each one of those bottles. So Sharaya's like, oh, interesting. And the conversation just spiraled from there. Okay. So Shekinah's like, I want you to get rid of those bottles because I can imagine what memories you have attached to those bottles. And he's like, no way. So Sharaya's like, if there's something that's really bothering my sister, I think that you should address it. And Shekinah makes excuses for him, but he starts telling Sharaya that her sister Shekinah can be, quote, a bitch and a slut while they're arguing through texting. And Sharaya's like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute. What the fuck did you just call my sister? And Shekinah's like, in his defense, his English is very limited, and he was trying to find the worst possible things to call me. In his defense. Okay. So Sharaya at this point is like, what the fuck is happening here? So she's like, I know the whole DM situation and social media situation bothers my sister, Sarper. Okay. Why won't you let my sister see your DMs if there's no big deal? If you're not hiding anything, dude, okay? Now, my sister is changing her whole life, moving to Turkey for you. Why can't you show her your DMs? Sarper compares in his confessional, showing his DMs is so private. He has nothing to hide, mind you, okay? It's just that his DMs are so private, guys. His DMs are so private. He compares it to showing your underwear. That's how intimate DMs are. Okay, Sarper, sure. Okay, so Shekinah's like looking like a deer caught in headlights between her sister and the man that she loves. Her sister is not buying the bullshit. Her sister's like, okay, you don't want Shekinah to see your DMs, motherfucker? Let me see your DMs. I'm not your girl. Let me see your DMs. Sarper, you would have thought that she just set his dick on fire the way that he reacted. He was like, hell to the fuck no. Okay? He just like flipped the fuck out. Saraya was like, I don't like this at all. Sarper goes storming out of the room, fuck DMs. And Saraya's like, you know something? I'm not even going to stay for the meal. I'm going back to the hotel. Goodbye. Shekinah's like, you're not going to do this, are you? And Saraya's like, yeah, I am. I seen all I need to see, and I'm leaving. Goodbye. Sarper, instead of, try to save face, do anything, he says, bye, Shariah, nice to meet you. Yeah. Okay. I don't foresee things turning out too well for these two, but hey, whatever. Okay. Moving on. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say one more thing about Sarper. He actually had the nerve to say to Shekinah's sister, you are speaking too much. You are cute, but you are speaking too much. Okay, moving on to Kim and TJ. So now it is the actual wedding day. And I'm sorry, Kim is acting like a fucking bridezilla. Okay, she is. Girl, you knew you were having a traditional Indian wedding. Okay, I understand the communication and you wish the translator was there so you could understand all of the ceremonies. And I get that. That I get, okay, because her parents were lost and they didn't understand what was going on. That I get. But Kim, you are just acting like a brat. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm lost. No one's paying attention to me. No one cares about me. Kim, okay? You should have did your research. Okay? And TJ is bending over backwards to try to make you feel comfortable because he doesn't want to have a runaway bride. I mean, that's what it comes down to. TJ doesn't want to have a runaway bride. But she complains about everything. Like even right down to the Hadi ceremony where they do a paste of turmeric and saffron and they apply it to the cheeks and to the feet. Listen, I barely like my nail tech touching my feet when she gives me a pedicure. Okay. But this is all ceremonial. It doesn't get done every day. It's supposed to be a once in a lifetime thing. You're only supposed to get married once, right? Technically, you're only supposed to get married once. And, like Kim, you should have did your research. Stop fucking complaining. Huh. Okay. So she's a spiritual person. She doesn't like just going through the motions. She wants to know everything that's going on. And she's just complaining. Now, the best part of the episode, in my opinion, Armando and Kenny. Okay, so now it's time to tell Hannah. Okay, the real one that's in charge of the household. Hannah needs to know what's going on. So Kenny and Armando sit her down and they first tell her that they're going to move to Mexico City and she's going to have a new school and her own room and a new place and the school they'll be able to walk to and they'll be able to pick her up with the dogs every day. And she's like, oh, exciting. And she's all happy about that. Then Armando breaks the news that they're going to have a baby. And at first, Precious Hannah was not excited. She looked really sad, but Armando assured her that Hannah will always be his baby. Hannah will always be his best friend, the reason for his living, the reason that he wakes up in the morning, the reason he breathes. And, they had their moment and she asked, what language will the baby speak? And they said, hey, that's the best part. You're going to be the big sister. You could teach the baby English and Spanish. Can the baby sleep in my room? They were like, of course the baby could sleep in your room. You want to share your room with the baby? And I was like, oh. And she was like, one thing, I'm not changing dirty diapers. And I was like, yeah, I feel you, Hannah. I feel you, girl. Don't change those dirty diapers. That's what your daddies are for. So, precious moment. Hannah's all on board. Everyone's on board. So, there you go. Next, Mary and Brandan. So, where we last left off, Mary was being a really bad translator in this conversation between Lolo and Brandan. And Brandan's feeling like crap, okay? Because he's thinking that Lolo thinks that he is like dirt, like crap, like the flies that fly on crap on the bottom of your shoe. Okay, that's what he thinks Lolo thinks about him, because Mary's a really manipulative translator, if I may say so myself. But he asks for the blessing, and Lolo gives it to them. So guess what? Mary and Brandan are getting married. Yeah, that's exactly what they should do. But Brandan promises that he will be better. He's not going to argue with Mary, and he's going to be better. So next week, we see Brandan's mom arrives. And yeah, I have a feeling the shit's going to hit the ceiling. So Brandan and Mary are going to the chapel and getting married. And yeah, so we shall see. Now, finally, we have Yohan and Danielle. And this is another reason why I give this episode a B, because of the life coach. Mr. Life Coach, you deserve an award putting up with these two. Whoever you are, you deserve an award. So they go see this life coach dude, okay? He has no fucking clue what he's getting into. So Danielle says that she feels like she takes the lead in the relationship a lot. And Yohan says, no. The problem is that one day you say one thing and next week it's the next thing. You say that you have all this money and that we're going to be able to live here. I'm not going to have to work. And you told me to quit my job and to stay home and to play with the dog. And that's what I did. And I have no money. I have no car. I have no house. I have nothing. Danielle, I have nothing. Explain this to me, how I have nothing. And Danielle's like, hold up, wait a minute. Danielle Gates, would never tell any man to quit his job. But I seem to recall that Danielle did not want him working at the resort because she did not want him around all those women, the resort where she met him. So I could see Yohan in his brain saying, Danielle made me quit my job because Danielle did not want him working out that resort. Just saying. But Danielle here at the life coach is like, hold up, wait a minute. I never said, Yohan, quit your job, stay home and play with the dog. What the hell? So, life coach, so patiently looking at these two fools, how can we solve this? He has no idea what the fuck he's gotten into, this poor guy. So, Yohan has lots of ideas, but no action, according to Danielle. Okay, he's one of those dudes that he has his eggs in like 40,000 baskets, but no action. He wants to invest in everything, but no action. And Danielle can't have that, okay? Danielle needs action. Life coach, communication is key. Communication is key, guys. You need to talk and listen to each other. So now kiss and make up. And there you go. And this is why I say the life coach is the MVP of this episode, because he got Danielle to shut the fuck up, stop bickering for a moment, and to actually kiss Yohan. And he got Yohan to stop looking at Danielle with disgust and to kiss her. So, hey, Mr. Life Coach, you deserve an award. If there's a top award in like the life coach industry, we need to give it to this guy. Just saying. So that's all for my recap this week. Thank you so much for watching me. I have recently launched a membership. If you guys feel so inclined, please support your favorite YouTube channel for only $5.99 a month. I will be dropping exclusive content. As a matter of fact, there's a video, an exclusive and 90-day oy vey about Molly Hopkins, prison kingpin boo. Never seen before video, never seen before pictures, and story time with Mary. I will be reading from an excerpt of his book. So join my membership for only $5.99 a month, and you'll be able to check it out. So thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit the like button and share with a friend or 10. Thank you so much, guys. Love you all. Mwah. Bye.